Finally, Decked Out 2 is coming back after its little break. Mostly due to things like TwitchCon, the last live series, and Vault Hunters, all the hermits have had a little time away from Decked Out. But now it's time for Phase 5, and the game is entering its spooky era, with all types of changes, some cosmetic and some mechanical changes. I'll be going through some of the main ones, but not actually covering all of the minor ones. So starting off with the new spooky door animation.
Ooh!
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Cool. It's like the door is breaking. Oh, wow.
Trick or treat. Oh, nice.
And also the new spooky skins on the Ravagers. But now to the mechanical changes. Starting with the changes on floor 1, the biggest changes are the fact that Tango has ripped out a lot of the berry bushes. And the other major-ish change to floor 1 is the fact that the crypts on this particular area have had a massive revamp. And there have been many other small changes all over the dungeons. Most noticeably on level 2. You may have noticed in some of the videos that there is now pumpkin as loot instead of gold or embers. And these pumpkins actually have an effect on the game. In this area, just past the mushroom zone on floor 2, there is a spot to cash in your pumpkins. Now, this has a chance to either drop you some nice goodies or generate 2 clank. So this area can both hurt and reward your runs. It's possibly a good idea to do this on your way back from level 3 rather than your way down from level 1. But as we enter floor 3, we have the major changes down here, as it is pretty hard to miss the fact that there are pressure plates everywhere. Now these are designed for Warden Aggro onto the player. A Warden can hear a click of a pressure plate while in 16 blocks. But this still isn't quite enough, as Tango exclaims here.
So it's tricky, but I like it. It's a perfect balance of like, if you're good and you really get your timing down, you can do it. I'm debating a couple things. 1, putting a 3rd Warden on level 3, and 2, turning Aggro-net on all the time. Yeah, Aggro-net seems a little bit more appealing. I kind of want to see how that works. I'm afraid if it's on all the time, it may be too powerful.
And if that's too much of an informational overload, here's Gok getting sniped.
What?
What?
What? What?
Willie is up at the top of the water column. Oh my god.
Oh.
And for one last informative change.
Again, many of you already know what this is. It's very cool. So right here is a barrel, right? When they put their key in the barrel, this calibrated skulk sensor right here will detect it. And that is the only sound. It is configured through the books and everything. It can only detect container opening sounds, and it will only do this one. But basically, when they put their key in the barrel, it's hitting this calibrated skulk sensor, which then, because there is a amethyst crystal next to it, or an amethyst crystal block, whatever it is, it basically starts sending it around this loop. Okay, there's like a loop here, ding 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 right here, and then it loops back to the beginning. So there's 6 nodes in this loop. So the sound of them opening the barrel is essentially set into like a memory circuit, and it will stay in this memory circuit until the game ends, just looping. When they generate clank beyond max clank, what it does is essentially releases a 1 pass of that saved looped sound event, that vibration, and sends it down here, over here, down here, up here, boom, and then from there it will get sent immediately into Aggro-net. Like when Aggro-net is activated, this crystal here will be up, and then it'll just bounce around the whole zone. So once what all that means is once you're at max clank, any clank generated after that will automatically send a event through all of Aggro-net that you made. So if you're in here at max clank, it should be very lethal.